Hey guys, so this is going to be like a short Maya tutorial series how to rig a horse using my sequential code autorigger. And if you want to download the autorigger, you can download it on my website for free. And in this first part, we're mainly going to focus on preparing the template for the rigging before we start delving into the code. We'll also export stuff from Unreal and then bring it into Maya and look into that kind of stuff. So hopefully you will guys find it useful and stick around for more. This is a little bit more advanced stuff this time, so in case you guys feel like it's too much, make sure to check out my quadruped rigging course or minotaur rigging course. Both of them are available on my website. Some of the tutorials are free, others are only available for patrons. Hey there. So in this tutorial, we're gonna try to improve our horse character in the game. So right now, if you have a look, characters can be put on horses. Um, Also, a horse is a character in the game as well. So there's different kind of horses in game, and they are a character in the game. So if we go back, you will notice that character animation is there, and it might be pretty good. But horse animations are very basic. It's just a bunch of poses, right? So in order to improve this, we need to reanimate our horse. And right now, our horse is basically a skinned mesh with a bunch of basic animation poses. Like, we're just talking about poses like this. This is not really an animation, so it's kind of like a placeholder. This is kind of how I like to work for prototyping, but at some point you gotta just basically animate stuff. So we're gonna take that horse rig and export it from the engine. We're gonna just go and asset actions, export, and you're gonna save it in a DCC folder, characters horse. Let's just save it here, SK horse for now, just to see what's in there. Export with a default setting, that's totally fine. So in my Maya, let's have a look at how that looks. So we have the horse, and what do we have here? Let's see. Um, so in the rig, I have this SK horse. So let's see how it looks. So this is basically the character, right? And it's like, as you can see, it has really basic skinning and nothing too special about it, but it's skinned okay, I guess, right? So the question now is like, can we, because in order to animate this properly, we need to have a nice rig, right? So this is like a skinned mesh, a bound mesh. The only thing is like it's triangulated. I have my auto rig, and my auto rig is this that I kind of showed you in another video. So I have a preset here for open config for a quadruped rig. So if I open it, if I run it, it's just going to build me a rig. And it's a pretty good rig with a lot of features that I like, and I think it'll be easy to animate. The only problem is that this is a different geo, and it's not really, it's not really matching the skeleton of this. So if we go here to the first step and run it, we will see that it actually imports a template. And that template is what uh, brings this horse geo and that skeleton into the scene. And the naming of the joints is probably much different than what the other scene has. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of create a new template, and I'm going to try to basically reuse this and tweak it in order to work with my other geo. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna open our quadruped rig, and let's open that config file. And right now we can just use it as a base for our horse. So we can, with this open, we can just go File, New Config, and here we can either start a completely new one, copy the existing config, or relink it. So then it will use the same files but from the existing quadruped folder. But because there's going to be big changes, I'm just going to copy current. And so now I'm just going to make a new folder here called horse rig. And with that one, I'm just going to select the folder, and then basically what it will do, it will copy all the files into the horse rig. So that's done now. And if we run it, uh, you will see that it's working to some degree. Right, but now as you can see, it's sourcing from the horse rig folder where it has copied all the steps and all the data. Template horse, that's the thing I wanna check first. So I'm just gonna copy that as a path and open it in my Maya to see how this looks. So this looks like that. So basically what it does, it brings that in, and it seems like this is not even skinned, right? So I already have a skinned bound mesh, so I gotta use that instead. But so what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna open my, as a reference, I'm gonna bring my horse FBX that I just exported. Maya rig, SK horse, reference in. And so as you can see, it's a much different situation here. Like it's much bigger. So that's a problem for sure. So what I'll have to do is adjust that template and make it fit within. Let's see the pivots groups. Okay, so the pivot group is like this. We have the skeleton group, geometry group. Okay. So how are we going to do this? Let's maybe grab that global control and let's see what happens. So we can scale that thing, and that feels like it's kind of fitting, although not really. So those proportions are also different. So maybe I'll do 12. 12? 12 is okay. Uh, the pivots group. So the pivot needs to be adjusted. So that's going to be a little bit of work here. So have toe pivot. So for this, it's just going to be here at the base of the geo. That's going to be at the heel. So let's move it over like that. And then we have those banking controls. So let's just move it a little bit over here. Yeah. And then we have that one, which is on the outside. So it's a little bit of a manual process, but it can be done. Now this one's for spinning, I think, and that one is for ball pivot. So our ball is here. And for spinning, we're just going to put it there. All right. Let's just try something like that for now. And then the other one, we also have to adjust. Yeah, so that looks good. So that looks like a good template. We just updated it. So the difference here is that it's skinned and the skeleton's ready.
So what we can do now is, well, it has a skeleton group, geometry group, and pivots group, and it's all in the global scale. So that's the thing. So because this is scaled, we probably don't want it scaled, right? Um, so what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to just unlock that and break that and freeze that scale because I don't want to deal with those issues. So let's just say global scale 1. Let's just do that for now. What we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and just import object from reference. Okay. So put that in there, put that in here.
Delete alt geo and alt skeleton.
And that's pretty good for this template. I would say go to namespace editor and delete that namespace. Delete merge with root, that will kill it. We can also remove that one here from the name, and that template looks like it's a better template now. So let's see how this skeleton here looks. It seems like it's pretty similar. So maybe we can use that skeleton to rig our horse like we had the other one rigged. Well, we'll see. All right, so let's save this as a template in the horse rig. So I'm just going to save over that file.